Hello, today, Sunday, and I never had a shave this morning, or yesterday. Yesterday was Saturday. I had a drink to myself, fell asleep for the weekend. This is Sunday, I think it's about 8 o'clock. What I'm going to talk about is a hand. This is my hand. We all have them. Very useful. And what I'm going to talk a little about is I'm not a psychic or claim to have any of these capabilities, but talking about what there is on a hand. Now, each of the fingers, thumb, pinky, 3 middle fingers, are ruled by different planets in days of old. It's like old psychology here, giving you the secrets. So, thumb, ruled by Mars. Now, Mars is the sort of the male, masculine, sort of strong, obstinate character, which is the thumb. Next to that, the most flexible of all the fingers. I don't know if you call your thumb and your pinky. They're still fingers, aren't they? So the one next to the thumb, the most flexible of all your 5 fingers, is ruled by Jupiter. Jupiter rules Sagittarius, and the nature of this is the most flexible out of all the fingers. Your Jupiter nature is your very philosophical, very energetic, very worldly, very flexible nature. Next to that is, I'm not going to turn it that way. Next to that is your index finger, which is ruled by Saturn. Now, it's a disciplinarian out of all the fingers, and this is what it's doing in the middle. And Saturn is your discipline, your practicalness, your work. Next to Saturn, your ring finger is ruled by Venus, which of course is your love finger. And the thing about Venus, usually if it's leaning towards the pinky, it's more ruled by. I'll tell you about the pinky nature first. But if it's sort of pointing towards your Saturn finger, then it's going to be, you're not going to be ruled with your Venus, your romantic and your love of beauty. That's going to go towards a practical, disciplined outcome. If it's slightly pointed inwards towards the Saturn finger, you can say about that any of the natures. If your Jupiter finger is slightly pointing towards the Saturn finger, then it's going to be ruled by the Saturn nature, by discipline, by practical outcome. But if they're quite well straight, that means they're quite independent in their nature, quite pure in their nature. Any leanings towards any other fingers shows an automatic leaning towards the nature. So, the last one, we've got Mars, Jupiter, Saturn, Venus, Mercury. This little one here, this is the messenger of the gods. This is ruled by planet Mercury, and it's very witty. It's not about wisdom. It's just a little sly one. It's got to do with chatter. As I said, the messenger of the gods. Quick wit, that sort of thing. Not really about wisdom. Wit isn't often about wisdom. But it's sitting here on the side. So, as I said, you've got 5 different natures in your hand, and I think I've talked enough, and that's a little bit of old wisdom. You don't have to go to your psychic advisor for that. I've just given you it. Take care. Goodbye.